Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan selamat sejahtera. Today I am going to talk about an organic compound called ascorbic acid. Before we move on, I'm going to introduce myself. Hi, my name is Nur binti Azani and I'm from the class H6T2. Now, ascorbic acid is a common name. So what is this compound's IUPAC name? Its IUPAC name is 5R1S12-dihydroxyethyl 3,4-dihydroxyfuran 2,5H1. Ascorbic acid is used in vitamin C pills. So if you buy a bottle of vitamin C in the pharmacy, you'll see one of the ingredients is ascorbic acid. These pills are taken by those who lack the intake of vitamin C. This would prevent illnesses such as scurvy. Now, moving on, we're going to look into chiral carbon in ascorbic acid. You might be wondering, what is chiral carbon? Well, chiral carbon is defined as carbon atoms in a molecule that is bonded to four different atoms or group of atoms. So there are two chiral carbon that is present in ascorbic acid. As you can see, the little red arrow shows you the two chiral carbon. It's the carbon with the little star there. Okay, moving on, we're going to look at expanded structure and skeletal structure of ascorbic acid. As you can see, this is the expanded structure of ascorbic acid and this is the skeletal structure of ascorbic acid. Moving on, we're going to look into the functional group in ascorbic acid. What is functional group? Well, functional group is an atom or group of atom in a molecule which determines its chemical and physical properties. As you can see with this little picture of a skeletal structure of ascorbic acid, there are two functional groups we're going to look into. The first functional group in ascorbic acid is ester. As you can see, the little box I put there, this is a structure that makes up ester. Moving on, we're going to look at the second functional group in ascorbic acid is carbon-carbon, the carbon-carbon double bond. So carbon-carbon double bond is the easiest to detect. Essentially, it is two carbons that has a double bond. Moving on, we're going to look into the classification of carbon in ascorbic acid. In organic chemistry, carbons are classified as either primary, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary. The classification depends on the number of other carbons attached to each carbon. However, the classification only includes carbon-carbon single bond, meaning any carbon with multiple bonds cannot be classified, such as carbon-carbon double bond or carbon-carbon triple bond. Moving on, considering all of that, so the classification of carbon in ascorbic acid is these three carbons. So these three carbons can be classified into secondary and primary carbon. So the one in the little green circle is a primary carbon. So the reason why it's primary carbon is because it's only attached to one other carbon, as you can see. Now the two other ones are circled in red are considered a secondary carbon because they're attached to two other carbons. That will be all from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Have a nice day.